Hello, everybody. It's back to school, September 1st, and everyone is back into their routine. Hey, hang on. Let me turn on a light. I have to turn on a light here. Our grandson started school today. Back to school. Wow! So back to the routine. And one of the things well, first I should introduce myself and I get myself all straightened up here and, fluff the hair a bit. So my name is Mary Jane Tracy. I'm psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and I want to come to you with your 411. And been thinking a lot. It's, September 1st, change is here. You can feel it in the air. I mean, it's like, I don't know, summer packed its bags and left. And so we're heading into a little bit of cooler days, there's some blue sky out there, I think, and a little bit of rain. So a little bit of mixture. Feel like the weather woman right now. Well, I think there's some things that are going to be starting to, a lot of change is going to start happening in September and October. One of the books that I bought this year, and I'm going to buy another one for 2021, is, I don't know if you guys have, it's called The Moon Sign Book. Highly, highly recommend it. This book, and it's been being published since 1905. So this book, loads of fabulous information. And I was just reading on, because it has a whole section on the economy. And I was going through and reading parts of it from the first quarter, second quarter. I'm just like, holy fuck, this was bang on with, with the lunar nodes and the eclipses and the different phases that are coming up for retrogrades, and how that influenced, we'll say, I don't know if it influenced, but impacted the financial market. And so I found it quite interesting. And then I thought, and it also has sort of a weather forecast too. And we're what, zone 4. So for July 30th, no, not July, we're in August. Sorry. August 30th to September 5th, zone 4. The zone is variable, cloudy and windy with showers and thunderstorms and some strong. And it even shows you in here what those areas are. So it goes through, and it has a map of the United States. It is an American book, but you can adjust. If you don't know your zone for what your zone is, you can always Google it, and then you can figure out what your zone is. But usually Calgary, depending on the areas, usually is zone 4, some zone 3s, a little bit, it might vary. If you got a zone 6, if you live in Calgary and you got a zone 6, you're in a greenhouse, man. You're certainly not in the norm. But I went back and where it was talking about strong tornadoes, hurricanes, all kinds of stuff was in here. And I was just like, oh my God, it was so fucking bang on. I love it. What it does, the forecast goes by the moon and goes by the phases of the moon, and also uses other astrological aspects in here. And even when it came to talking about, the economic forecast. Now, I am not an investor, banker, person who knows a lot of that kind of shit, but I like to look into it. I like to understand a little bit. And when it comes into talking about, market crashes or what, things to do with the market. And I mean, in here was, talking about forecast moves for ocean voyages to potential space travel by the next new moon. That was for August 8th. So there was a little bit of travel there. By then, Jupiter will be returned to Aquarius, and it talks about investing in like computer giants. You're going to see increase in computer giants, Microsoft, Google, etc. And also talks about the prices and the shares and things like that. And it goes into the fourth quarter. And the fourth quarter on general can be really bad economically, with Wall Street crashes from 1987 to 2007, because the sun passes through Libra. And I didn't think about this before, but as the sun passes through Libra, it wants to balance everything. It's balancing the books. And if the books aren't balanced, guess what? Things go crazy. So it comes in, it wants to balance the books. And so this is going to be significant by October 20th. So this is going to play a pivotal role for the market, for investments. And it also is going to coincide with unusual government-determined decisions, which then affect the trading mood. So there is some government influences that are going to come into the market coming into the fourth quarter. You're going to start probably feeling it in this quarter, and overseas markets and how they are influencing. It even mentions in here that from the full moon, August 22nd, that there is, if there is war, then it may be that new and powerful alliances are being forged. So it talks about new alliances being forged as of the last full moon. Have we seen some new alliances being forged? I think we have. And this is also bringing in where it also talks about the nodes changing from Taurus to Scorpio in November. So we have these energies that are coming in that are going to make significant changes within our market. And I love how because they also go by history. So they watch since the market, they say, was what, 17 something, 96, I think the first sort of Wall Street market was open. The date sort of fluctuates, but for the last 100 years or so, they can actually start to look at things and how what the trends were, and then look at the planetary aspects according to those trends, and then they could sort of plot out, because the planets are always going to do what the planets do. The planets, you can trust that the sun is going to rise in the east and set in the west. You can trust that the moon is going to change signs every 2.5 days. There is a cycle. There is a sequence of what the planets do all the time. And it doesn't change. Okay. The aspects might change on where certain planets are and how they are talking to one another, but we also have a history with that, and it gives us an idea of what it means when Saturn is squaring Uranus. So Saturn square Uranus means that financially, like, new endeavors want to come out, but yet there might be a lack of money from Saturn in Aquarius, right? So there might not have that structure to loan the new entrepreneurials that money. So a lot of resources are coming in where you have to bank on your own resources, and also looking at smaller lenders, not the big banks, but smaller lenders or personal lenders. So this is where we're going to see a trend where you're going to find sort of like places like Money Mart are actually going to do pretty good, because they're a smaller lender, they're higher interests, and people are going to be finding that they are going to be needing some money and having money in their pocket. And I once saw this, he's a billionaire Asian gentleman, and he was saying, and he was talking about investments, and he goes, poor people borrow money to pay bills. Rich people borrow money to buy assets. That's something to think about. It made me really think about it, because I'm like, oh my God, that is so fucking true. Because every time I've had to borrow money, it was to pay off some fucking bill or something like that, or pay off some crazy debt that had to that we incurred for something. So just that just, something to think about. But it also goes into how things are going to be volatile by the end of the year. Fabulous, fabulous book. So this is a book that I recommend. It also goes through what your moon is, and talking about the energies of your moon and what that all means. Now, the other part that I found so interesting. Now, where did my phone go? Oh my goodness. Hang on. Hey, talk amongst yourself. Let me go grab my phone. Now, the reason I'm grabbing my phone, because there was an email that came up here, and it's just easier. I like to, anyways, it's just easier. So on here, I follow also, it's called Red Lotus. Red Lotus, she is a feng shui expert, and she's quite well known, world renowned, I guess. She's from Texas. But she was saying, and sometimes I don't read this, like feng shui. Feng shui freaks me out. Astrology doesn't, being a psychic doesn't, but feng shui does. Crazy as that sounds. So she talks about this month to dive into water if you can. So she talks about September and October will be double metal months. Now, I know a little bit about feng shui. Now, when somebody says it's going to be a double metal month, well, the things that I've been saying that September and October are going to be a little bit crazy. Yeah, feng shui is actually, when I look at the feng shui and then I look at the astrology and the alignment, it blows my mind how things, all of it all aligns and coincides with one another. And I just find it so fucking awesome, because it's like there is a synchronicity to everything. There is an alignment to everything, and how things are all lining up. So September and October being a double metal month, that means the rules, regulations, confinements of quarantine, hospitalization, masking, vaccinating, hand washing, and all of the offshoots of the pandemic will continue. Metal energy can be intense, confining, and regulatory. So it's metal. Remember, metal means this is what we're going to have to do. Everything in the metal world has to fit like a puzzle piece, just so that's where water relieves the pressure. So having the water energy, with this Neptune energy going into your intuition, taking its stringent qualities and makes life soft, liquid, and yielding. And I think we all need that right about now. Really, we do. And in the past 2 years, there has not been any go with the flow, watery kind of feeling. If you're like me, you may feel overly constrained and limited. If so, this is what she says: wear blue, dive into a pool, or jump into a lake, take a hot bath, or listen to the sounds of water. And it's funny, at night, I've been putting on YouTube, it has water sounds, the ocean, the rain. So I've been listening to a lot of different water sounds when I go to sleep at night, and they've been so soothing. It's been so helpful. Wearing blue, definitely having blue around you. So it's funny, I have my appetite, which is quite pretty. See my appetite. So bringing in blue crystals. I have my turquoise. Not turquoise. That's not turquoise. So bringing in blue. The water, with its flowing and fluid feeling, will help you process all confinement and constraints of the past 2 years. It may help you stand up to the next 2 months of heavy metal energy. So at home, look around for ways to add more blue elements and water infusions, decor to help you. It may will help soften your outlook and feel as lush as a emollient lip balm does on cracked, dry mouth. So drinking lots of water is a really good thing. There are different essential oils, and I think there's a blue lotus essential oil that's out there. Um, Blue nail polish, and anything bringing in some kind of something blue, something blue. And this is going to also bringing in blue decor. So I'm glad my sun and stuff behind me, which is this one here, has some blue in it too. So bringing that blue here. And lastly, almost all my her pans, Lua pans, are gone. They have flown out the door. So she's been doing some changes. So kitchen is a blue that reminds her of the water deep. So adding blue into your kitchen, maybe having and it's funny because I've been looking at old like kitchen sets. I've been looking at different collections of plates and stuff, and they've all been blue. So bringing in blue, maybe even having a buying yourself a little new uh, placement set, of a blue plates or something, or go and look into the secondhand stores, and sometimes you can find some really nice antique plates or something like that, and add those in. And that's what I was thinking. Oh my God, it'd be cool to have like different blues and yellows. Yellow is coming in very strong for me too. So the blues and the yellows, and that has to do with the fifth harmonic, which is a blue ray. So bringing those blue rays in is really going to help to soften a lot of the harsh energies that are coming in for September and October. It is this, Virgo wants to get things done, wants things done in an orderly fashion. Then we have, as we go into Libra, into the Libra energy, it wants to balance everything. Now, Venus is getting close to the end of her time in Libra, and she's going to be that first step into Scorpio, that first transition into Scorpio. And looking at that ingress as she goes into Scorpio, on what's the outlook, what's going to be happening. And with the sun having this hammer of Thor, this hammer of Thor is illuminating what truly that we need to really look at and examine within our own lives, and see the direction of where we would like to go. So there's a lot there we can do for ourselves, and this is like a consciousness and awakening for us. Even though that we might be feeling muddled and overwhelmed and all of that, it's where we can utilize a lot of positive things in our life so that we can stay in that illumination, in that flow, in that, as things feel like they are getting harsher and more restraints come down. So this is us to stay in our light, stay in our love, stay in our alignment, and know that definitely this beautiful energy coming forth. Plus, the other thing is that Mother Mary is blue. So call in the energies of the Divine Mother Mary. I mean, her color is blue. Usually when you see a lot of blue, you see Mary's around. So calling her energy in, because she is the Divine Mother. She is the mother of Jesus. She's the one who stepped forward, or who was chosen to give birth to the Son of God and bring that new light into the world. So she is illuminated with this light, and she's illuminated in coming in to bring you protection. She is the goddess who unties knots. I love the prayer for the novena, which is 9 days, that you do for untying knots. So she has a lot of beautiful prayers that you could Google and utilize. There's also, the Hail Mary. If you're Catholic or even Protestant, I think your Anglicans say, I know the Lutherans do, say the Hail Mary. It's bringing that energy in and bringing that beautiful blueness around us, so that help to soften a lot of the craziness and the energies that are going to be coming forth to bring us confined and make us restraint. And, it's like shackle, you feel the shackles of that. And, but this is where it's like, no, we're coming into a flow. Water is powerful. Water is transformational. Water, even though you don't think it's changing, it changes coastlines. It wears things down over time. It is this beautiful ocean that Mars stands before and says, I want to control you. And the water is saying, go and try. Go and try, because we are just coming into a place where we want to flow and stepping into the flow. So add a lot of blue, and blue crystals, right? And I'm missing morning meditation group. You're missing the morning meditation group. It's me too. I am. I got to admit I am, but I am enjoying that I'm sleeping until 6:30. I am enjoying that I sleep until, taking those. This week is more like a mini vacation for me, and realigning a lot for me. That's what I'm finding for myself. This is sort of like a realigning week. And I've been seeing the number 45 a lot. I Yesterday at the lights, I saw one car, it had its numbers and then 45, and then the other car in front of me had 45, 45. And then I had the third car, like it was like a turning lane, me, two direct lanes. The next one had 45 in it too. And 45 had to do about positive change. It adds up to 9. It adds to two changes, and bringing those changes in your life. And I'll just read to you what 45 is. Boop. 45. So the number 4 offers a vibration of knowledge and inner wisdom, building solid foundations for self, others, and ability. 5 is the influence of imagination, magnetism, courage, personal freedom, variety, and adventure, making positive life choices. So the message is to put your efforts towards the things, in your life that embrace and enhance who you are, who you truly are, your lifestyle choices, and your life in general. Be prepared to make necessary changes that will bring auspicious opportunities to advance you along your path. Trust that these changes will bring better into your life in all aspects. So it's basically telling me there is change that is coming. It adds up to 9, which is an end of a cycle, and are asking to be prepared to make necessary positive life changes. Trust that the angels are working closely with you as you experience these life changes and will help you with the transitions that will take place. So listen to your intuition, which is water, and angelic guidance as to the appropriate steps to take. So when I see this, and when I always must just lovely lippy. Thank you. What I love is that when you start seeing, like, I'm a big, huge number person, and seeing numbers as symbols of things that come in. Today, as I was coming back home from getting my elixir, my goddess remedy. So every morning I have a goddess remedy that I go out and I get. It's my goddess remedy. And I pulled as I turned, somebody was in, I turned somebody in front of me. His number in front of me was 000. And I went, oh my God, it's September 1st, 000. There's something new that's beginning. There's a new awakening that's coming in, and change is on its way. And that to embrace the change, because they're telling me that the change is going to be positive and it's going to help to put me towards more of what I want to do in prosperity and abundance. So into the time change. So sleeping in part is great. Yes. So it's a goddess remedy. So this is a beautiful vibration. I'm bringing that vibration forward for you. And when change is happening, and I know there's some changes that are coming in for me, I'm not exactly sure what they are, but some of them have, definitely I've been pushing my wanting to do more coaching sessions with people, and I have coaching packages that are available up on my website, The Guru Mama. Um, Lovely. And I have to, Melissa, God bless you. Melissa has done these posters up for me, and man, she is so fucking awesome. So she's been doing these posters up for me, and she's a lovely, lovely woman who started following me, and yeah, she's just I don't know. Melissa Halbert, and what she did is that she did these posters up for me. Didn't ask for anything, and she did them. She did a whole bunch of them for my workshops, and I mean, this is a blessing. This is a person that just, okay, Mama needs help with this, and just does it. And I love when people do that, because when people ask me, what do you need help in? I don't know what the fuck to say. I don't, because it's like, I have no idea. I probably need help in every part of my life right now, but I just don't know exactly what it is. When someone comes in like this and says, here, what about this? I'm like, thank you. Yes. I better, it's easier. It's, it just works for me. So, love it, and I thank her. And this is where no reasonable offer is refused. So pick a class or a workshop and make an offer. And that's for my Journey Club, Female Archangel class, Fairy Workshop, Karmic Release, Planetary Mapping, Angel Alchemy course, Tapping into Your Blue Flame, and the Chakra Workshop. So those are all classes that 2 of them are going to be starting in a couple weeks that I have up. That's the Journey Club and the Chakra class are starting up in a couple weeks, and it is make me an offer. Definitely make me an offer, man. And no reasonable offer is refused. So I mean, if you offer me $10, I'm sorry, I won't take your $10 unless you're just donating $10 for me and coffee. So it's totally different. It's totally different. Or for helping to support the goddess, because the goddess always needs support. Just an FYI, goddess needs support. So this is today, let's go with the flow. Another thing that came with for me today, God, there's just so much, is King Arthur's round table was coming to me this morning, and I kept on feeling the knights of the round table and Merlin and the owl coming in. And Merlin is transformation and change. He brings in change. And the energies of change. So there's this energy of thank you, Dana, for donating to the Goddess Fund. Merlin is transformation and change. And I could have swore I heard an owl last night. A very loud owl. And I was just sort of weird because I'm in the city and it's a sound that you don't usually hear. So I could have swore I heard an owl. There was nothing else that I could affiliate it to, but I made sure my cat was inside. I went out, I started hearing the owl. I went, I think my cat should be inside right now. So hearing the owl and then thinking of Merlin and the Knights of the Round Table. So coming to the round table, coming to that place of unity where there is no head, there's no beginning, there's no end, but there is this, allowing for communications to coexist and allowing in that coexistence of energy. So let's step into that today and go with the flow. So that's what I'm going to say. Go with the flow, wear blue, drink your goddess elixir, whatever your goddess elixir is, and have a fabulous day, people. Just have a fabulous day. And if you are wanting to book in a reading, my readings are still on for $90. If you're wanting to come be a participant in any of my classes, make me an offer. And the fairy class and other classes will be starting in 2021. Usually stop teaching in November because we get busy in December. So short mini classes are will be happening. Also we're going to have short classes, and we also have the All Hallows Eve. I keep on wanting to say seance, but I don't want, it's not really, I don't do seances, but it is a mediumship where on October 29th, if you want to join me, space is limited. It's it's $50, 10 people. I'm only taking 10 people where we can come together. Um, I'm going to be doing readings for you all. We're going to be tapping into the angels. We're going to be tapping into spirits on the other side. So I'm going to be leading you through a few meditations with that. I'm excited because the veil will be quite thin as we get close, because Halloween is on the Sunday and All Saints Day is on the Monday. So that is October 29th, and it's limited spots. I'm telling you about it now. You're going to see a lot of it up all over the place, and it's $50. And so Raylene said she's interested. So there's only 9 spaces left on that. So if you're interested, and the dog is trying to break into my room. So what do you want? She pushes my door open. She knows she's not allowed in here. So that I'm excited about too. So doing those things, you know what? Stepping into the things that I love is the important part, right? And October 29th, yes. And you have to be there. It's going to be it's a Friday evening. You have to be there. I don't know if I'm going to record this. Okay. The reason why I don't want to record it, one, I want it to be personal. 2, I don't want people to come in and say, oh, well, I'll just get the recording. No, because I want the energy of us to be there and be united. So now there's only 8 spots available. 2 of them are gone now. 8 spots. And to me, I just want, especially with meditations, and when you have a group that's coming together to create a special space, the power is there. And that's more of what I want to do too, is bringing groups together, creating a beautiful powerhouse of energy for you to be able to step into, integrate into your life, and go out into your world like little fireballs. Just fireballs. So step into that and step into that beautiful energy. I keep looking at my door because the dog is there, which is kind of funny. So have a fabulous one. And let's all be little balls of water to go with the flow. That's what we're doing for September and October. We are being these beautiful flowing balls of water to be able to just, you know what? What does water do on top of metal? It slides right off, baby. It slides right off. So we're sliding right off and into the goodness of life. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be. Blessed be. Thank you, Dana. I'm going to write that down right away in my book for things. So have a blessed one. I love you all, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.